Welcome to our Red White U podcast, coming to you from the Alum Event Center and also from California. And you see that smiling, familiar face, our former captain, Gary Steffes. Gary, first of all, great to see you. And this interview is brought to you by our good friends at Bang Solar, a brand new partner of Allen Americans hockey this year. Well, first of all, you look happy. You look,
man,
as you would say, man, you look,
Tommy. Come on.
You look blessed. You look like you've got a lot of good things going on in your life.
Oh, God is so good. I'm so thankful. Yeah, just a joy to get to talk with you. I miss you. I miss seeing you on a regular basis. I miss seeing the rink that's in your background there.
Yeah.
I miss the people in Allen, and just every time I get to reconnect with the Allen Americans and the community and the hockey. And I talked to Marty the other day on the phone briefly, and it just brings a smile to my face, man. I miss all you guys.
Well, how is California treating you? I know, you really kind of adopted North Texas and Allen in this area as your home. I know your wife has a family, in California. So you guys made the decision to move to Cali. How's that working out for you?
Cali's going incredibly well. Yeah, I originally I wasn't real amped to come to California. I wrestled through it. The story of how it kind of happened, I was sharing actually with a guy this morning a little bit about that, but it's been a huge blessing, literally a huge blessing. The people in this community have embraced us. We have an incredible group of people here that I get to be doing life with now. The ministry I work with now, phenomenal ministry. I love what I get the privilege to do. I do miss getting to play hockey and see everybody in Allen, but I have gotten a bit connected with the old team I played for, the Bakersfield Condors, and have gotten reconnected a bit at the rink there, but nothing like I was in Dallas. So it's a different experience, but I mean, it's a beautiful place, beautiful community, and we have been blessed to make a great transition. Our babies, we got a baby now. She's getting bigger and stronger, and we love where we're at.
That's where I was going to go next. So for our fans who don't know and are just finding out now, Gary is a father. He was a great captain. He's going to even be a better dad. I can promise you that right now. Tell us about the baby. Give us name, weight, hair color, everything, because I know she's getting bigger.
The details. Yeah. So my wife and I had a baby last September 7th, 2020. Arabella Joy was born. So the reason that we came to that name, I'm not entirely sure why this was, but we were praying over her for the entire pregnancy. Two things. The two things that she would be a woman of prayer and a woman of joy. And I don't know why it was those two things. It just was. That was the two things that were on our hearts to pray. And so we did. And we weren't sure how we were going to name her, what we were going to finalize it. But 2 weeks or 3 weeks before she was born, my wife comes across this name, Arabella. And Arabella in Latin literally means yielded to prayer. And so there you have it, Arabella Joy. A woman of prayer and a woman of joy. Like, Lord willing, that's who she is, and we pray over her every day. And just she's a bundle of joy. She really is. She's such a smiling little girl. She's crawling. She's got my energy. She is just she is moving like moving. And I've warned my wife the energy that can come if she gets my genes, and she's got them. She's a wonderful little girl. She's got a huge smile to her, and she's got some energy. So I love her, and Lord willing, we'll see what she's like as she gets older.
Well, I got to ask you too. And by the way, September is a great month. September 7th. That's a buddy of mine is born on September 7th. Also, my little Jack, September 9th. And my daughter was born on September 18th. So September's a busy month. Also, the start of the NFL season. So a lot of people can relate to that. But Gary, talk about fatherhood, because I know how excited you were when you first sent me the message that you were going to be a dad. Have you adjusted to getting up in the middle of the night and changing diapers and getting those calls at 2 a.m.? How's that worked out?
Man, so I feel like God he really does. He just gives us a supernatural dad strength or supernatural mom strength. Like you just find a way to get it done. You just go up, you just do it. Yeah. And so, yeah, I thankfully, we've made it 7.5 months or so, 7 months. And we're doing well. My wife's been the true warrior. Our baby had some feeding issues for a time, so my wife fighting to make that happen and just get her fed and take care of her. And so I really got to give props to my wife, just to how the last handful of months. But I do my best. I get up, I change diapers, and I fight to really be the best support I can. I pray I'm doing okay. But I'm doing okay, Tommy. Getting up at 3 a.m, 2 a.m, making it happen, and you just got to find a way and just lean on the Lord for supernatural dad strength.
What do you miss the most about hockey?
Oh, great question. I miss when I retired, it was amazing to me when I sat in my stall the day I retired, the things that I really remembered and the things that I really miss. Sometimes you think you know what they're going to be, but until it happens, you don't really realize it. And the funny thing, the thing that I really miss, there's a lot of things, but one thing I really miss is there is such an adrenaline rush when you're up next and you get to hop the boards and just go get involved and play. Like, it is the funnest moment, but like this like adrenaline rush to hop in the boards to go compete. And you're mentally focused. You are passionate about what's going on. I miss the adrenaline rush. I miss the joy of just like hopping the boards and going and competing and going and hitting somebody and fighting to score a goal, and the celebration like that happens when you do. It's just the emotional intensity. I miss that, man. I miss it. Yeah,
Gary,
that's what I would.
No, and you're right. You're dead on. I mean, that's exactly what I thought you were going to say. Just getting that opportunity to jump on the ice and do what you do best, and it was play hockey. I mean, for goodness sakes, you basically what did you have? Almost a 50-goal season, or right at 50 when you were here one year between your time in Alum and Milwaukee up in the American League.
Yeah, 49. I was close. I had one, and I still think I got the 50th. Yeah, I still think I got it. Just did. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah, but it was close. When I was in Milwaukee, I had a goal called back. Probably might have had one or two during the year. I was close, Tommy, and it was a one time in my career kind of thing. It was a joy. I'll never forget that year.
Well, let me tell you something about Gary Steffes. A couple things. Gary is one of the only players in my entire 12 years of calling Allen Americans games and handling the media who has come to me and said, Tommy, they gave me an assist tonight that was not mine. It should go to whoever. And, I'm telling you that it's hard to find guys like that, but that's the way Gary plays the game. He's as honest. What you see is what you get. There's no fake. And I'm going to tell you the story. What I'll most remember about Gary Steffes, and there was a lot of great moments. He and I traveled many, many hours up and down the roads on a big red bus, and many hotels on the road, many great conversations. But the one thing I remember about Gary Steffes, and it was after a championship game, or after we lost, it was after a loss in our building and the season was over. Everybody was gone out of the building, and except me. I was in my office. I was finishing up work, and I just happened to walk out the door, and I looked out, and it's center ice with nobody in the building. Gary Steffes was down on one knee, doing what Gary Steffes did after every game. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of people who said Gary Steffes did that for show. Why are those guys out there doing that? Was given his. As Gary would always say, hey, giving thanks to my God, right? And I mean, you always did that after every game. And I'm telling you, when I saw that out there and it was just you and I left in the building, everybody else was gone, because hours after the game had ended, man, that choked me up so much. I was just like looking. I didn't say a word. I took a picture because I wanted to send that to you.
You took a picture. I know. Yeah.
I did. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody watching, that's who Gary Steffes is, and that's the reason why he was so beloved by our fans. That's one of the reasons, not one of the only reasons, but one of the reasons why his number's up in the rafters, because he gave everything he had every single game, and that's what I love about you, buddy. Is what you see?
I miss you, Tommy. You're an encourager. You're an encourager. I never. I never took knees at center ice to try to be an evangelist or try to reach, the crowd and share Jesus with the crowd. I did it because I was thankful, and it was between me and Jesus. I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity to compete. And I was honored when people would join. I'm so thankful, that other people were blessed by it. But yeah, for me, that was the day I retired. And for me, I wanted to take one last knee and give thanks to the Lord at center ice. And I had no idea you were in the building. No idea. You take a picture. I still have it. I remember that day very well, Tommy. That was an emotional day for me.
Yeah. And how many times during that summer did I reach out to you and say, don't hang it up. Don't hang it up. You got money left. You got money left in the bank, Gary.
Call me. Yeah. Yeah. You still call me. I know. Wonderful. And I felt loved every time you call me. I did. I felt loved. I do miss playing, and I appreciate you, Tommy. Thank you very much.
Well, and again, tell your parents I said hello. I got many, many messages from Barb during those games, and I know that they're just loving being grandparents now.
Mom and dad are amped about being grandparents. They've flown out a few times now, and they are wonderful. They're wonderful grandparents. They are my daughter is blessed to have them as grandparents. So I'm thankful. The way they supported me with hockey is exactly what they're starting to do to take care of Arabella. So yeah, very, very thankful. And they always speak highly of you, Tommy. They speak highly of the organization and the team, and just the organization in the city of Dallas has left an impact, not just on me, but on my family. And for that, I'm forever thankful.
Gary, you'll always be an Allen American. I know you've played other places, but when people look back at your career, no doubt, and you were a great player when you came to Allen. But people always remember you for what you did at Allen, on and off the ice. And just like you mentioned earlier about Chad Costello, a wonderful dad. You're going to be one too. And I'm so proud of you, man. Can't wait to see you back here in North Texas. Hopefully someday soon, but in the meantime, please be safe. And, I promised I would give you about 10 minutes here. I wouldn't keep you all day, but we miss seeing you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I love you, Tommy. I send so many blessings to everyone there. And I look forward. It'll be one of my first calls when I come back to Dallas.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, one of only two numbers retired up in the rafters here at the Allen Event Center. Our number 12, Gary Steffes.